My name is Lindsey Timarong, and I am the President and Chief Executive Officer for Pacific Islands Development Bank. The directors earlier today had given updates on the condition of their economies, and to kind of sum it all up, this morning's discussion centered around stagnation in the tourism sectors throughout the region. It's centered around the shortfall in housing and accommodation, not only for local residents, but also for foreign workforce that is going to be required to fulfill the infrastructure and other critical projects that are ongoing in the islands as a result of the compact renegotiations, and also in response to the demands that we're seeing in the communities because of the US's trade and economic policies around the world. So not only that, but our islands continue to face a lot of inflationary pressures. There's ongoing discussions regarding whether or not salaries in the private sector can follow suit with public sector salary increases that have been shown to help people access financing for housing and businesses. But we're still seeing a lot of challenges in the region that PIDB could help address. And so the point of today and tomorrow's meetings is to work together in collaborative efforts to try and find solutions. But what makes this meeting also special is the opportunity to bring our leaders and our members here to the CNMI, because it is an advantage to come and see firsthand the challenges that are experienced in our communities, so that when we go away and we make policies, those policies can have meaningful impacts to what we see when we travel to the islands around our region.
I'm Diego Benaventi, and I actually continue to sit as the member of the Board of Directors representing the CNMI in the Pacific Islands Development Bank. So it's been tough for me because I do this every quarter, and I was just saying earlier during my remarks that it's now been over 2 years where I continue to say how we need prayers, basically, and that it's actually gotten worse for us. I talked about DFS closing. I talked about the reduced air services. I talked about some of the hotels that have yet to open or reopen, some that have actually closed. I talked about the 20% occupancy that we're experiencing these days in the average. I discussed the challenges. I even talked about the fact that even though in the past, and I remember when I was in office, that we had these challenges when the Iraq War broke out, when SARS broke out, during the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, we had these challenges. But it's a little different this time because of the fact that our federal government is not the same federal government that we had in those past years when we had those challenges. We could always expect that we're going to receive the need to continue to survive. But when we have a president who is going all out with, looking for ways to cut programs, it's scary.
Right?
It's scary times, because we're not only struggling economically, locally, but now we might have to be faced with programs that they're considering eliminating or reducing. So there's definitely, that's what I reported on is the challenge and the need for the CNMI people, for friends to pray for us here in the CNMI and our people.